Hey, how's it going, Tony? My name's Devin. I spoke to Erica. She also works at Ace Repair Plumbing, and she gave me your information just to send you this quick free video report. I'm just going to be giving you some information really quick on how you can start overtaking your competition online and start taking all those clients that they've been taking from you. All this information I give you today is completely free. If you want to take it and build your website up yourself and do that, that's totally okay with me. If you want to just continue running your own business and not worry about that marketing side of things, let me know and I'd be glad to help it or handle it for you as well. But without further ado, the three things I'm going to talk about today are going to be content, citations, and then backlinks. Now, content is king in Google, and that has to do with like what words are on your page. If those words are relevant to what you're offering as far as a business goes, that's how you're going to get to the top of Google's organic search. So the first thing is, as far as to be considered an authoritative site in Google's eyes, you're going to want to look at about 1,500 words. And your site's gorgeous, by the way. I love that you have the rotating pictures right here. You got the dog. It shows it's got a nice like family feel to it, which is what you need in Burleson and Crowley and Fort Worth and all those areas. As far as content goes, you're talking only about maybe like 800 words on the front page, so not too much. I like that dog. We're just gonna get it. I would just recommend you get that up to about 1,500 words. Make sure you secure that #1 spot in Google. And then as far as the keywords themselves, this is RFs. This is just a tool that I pay for to look at the back end of websites based off of what Google pulls. And so the keywords you have are you're ranking for plumbers in Azle, plumber Azle, Texas, plumbing in Azle. Those are awesome. Those are really great buyer intent keywords. You're just not in the #1 spot in any of those. And so we're gonna want to get to the one spot of those. And I'll show you how to do that in a second here. All right, so looking at the main competitors over in Burleson. The reason why I picked Burleson, also that's where I found you. First off, I found you looking through the Burleson map pack, but on top of that, it's a little bit of a higher population. It's going to give you some more customers to work with, and we can do the same thing with Azle. But if you look at the top of Burleson, Yelp doesn't count, Angela doesn't count. If you type in Burleson plumber, you're going to see Cobb Plumbing is #1. Roto-Rooter's a national site or a national company. You can beat them locally really easily. And then Lightfoot Mechanical, those are the next guys. So looking at Cobb Plumbing, their website doesn't look as nice as yours, and the content is lacking as well. They only have about 400 words. That 1,500 words that you put on your front page is definitely going to help you overtake them. And then as far as going to Lightfoot Mechanical, theirs looks a little better than Cobb's, but still not as nice as yours, and they're definitely lacking in content. It's still a little bit more content than yours, which is why they are ranking higher than you. But once you get your website up to 1,500 words, you're not going to have to worry about that anymore. You're going to beat them in content. And then if we look at their keywords they're ranking for, they got 24 for Cobb. Plumber Burleson, they're in the #6 spot. So they're not in the #1 spot on anything. They are ranking for the proper thing, except for this is their name. Doesn't really matter. And Lightfoot Mechanical, their keywords, yeah, they're ranking the right way, but again, they don't have that #1 spot. We're going to get you that #1 spot. And how we're going to do that is by not only hitting those keywords, but also getting the proper backlinks. Okay, and I'll show you that in a sec. Next thing I'm going to show you, though, is citations. And this is how you get to the top of this guy right here, which is that local map pack. A ton of people, as soon as they're looking for an emergency plumber, they just go right there and they pick the top guy locally. So the top three we see are Burleson Plumbing Service, Big Blade Plumbing and Rooter, and Shane's Plumbing Service. And the main thing that determines your ability on Google to be in that map pack. And so this is what and citations are just every time your website is listed online with your name, your phone number, and your address. So like any type of directory, stuff like that. So I paid for this tool. It's called whitespark.ca. You guys can totally use this as well. And it just shows how many citations a certain website has. So the first one we see here is Burleson Plumbing Service. They've only got 9 citations. You can easily just take those, apply them to your own website. Then we go over to Big Blade Plumbing and Rooter. They've got a lot more, 43. Nothing to be worried about. I don't start anywhere below 60. We're actually going to get you to about 100, 200 if you decide to work with us, just so we put a good at least year or two gap in between when they can catch up to us to you. And again, we'll just keep adding them every month to make it so that runway stays really long. We just take these exact same citations and apply them to your own website. Really simple. And then the next one is going to be Shane's Plumbing Service. They have 29. Super easy to beat. We're going to take their exact same citations, add them to yourself, add some more on top of it, get you to about 100, 150, and then grow from there. So we'll have you sitting at the top of that Google Map pack. Last thing I want to talk about is backlinks. Now, backlinks are what generates power to your website. It's when other sites link to your site. It tells Google if you're trustworthy, and it also helps drive more traffic to you. Now, not all backlinks are created the same, okay? And here's why. I'll show you that. So bring all these back real quick. We'll go right back to yours. So I can tell that you have paid somebody to help you with your account or help you with your website, or you've done it yourself. But you guys have quite a bit of domains, 514 of them, and you're getting a lot of backlinks, 2.23K. The problem is you only have 11 traffic, 11 people a month. For all that, that means that it's not being effective, and here's the reason why. This shows 43, that's a very high number as far as your trust value, which it's a result of this many backlinks. However, the power coming from is only 17. That means that these are really spammy backlinks. They're not backlinks that actually have to do with your niche, your domain, and they're not driving any power to you whatsoever. So if you are paying for this, there's a lot of money just going out the door because you're getting 11 people a month in. And super barbacles. I mean, there's some good ones up there, and there's also some that don't really make sense. Submit article.us, Article Bay. The good ones are the plumbing contractor sub, plumbing worldwide. So all we'll do is we'll just take those same ones, we'll keep those same good ones, we'll throw out the bad ones, because what you want is to have a 1-to-1 ratio. A 1-to-1 ratio is the golden ratio, and that's how you start getting your power higher. If you look at Cobb Plumbing, they're definitely not in that 1-to-1 ratio as well. They have a lot less backlinks, but look at their traffic. Well, if it loads. Cobb Plumbing online. There we go. Look at the traffic. They're getting 44 people from this. So obviously they're doing something right. And then we're gonna go look over here at these guys. Oops. Take a second. Life of Mechanical. They only have 2 and 2, but look how good their power is from those backlinks. They have very low trust factor because they only have 2 domains and 2 backlinks, but their power is extremely high. They're getting 48 people to their site. They're getting more than you guys, and they're probably not paying for that. So again, these are the ways that you guys can fix your website, and if you want to go and do that, that's great. If you guys like what I've showed you today and you know that I can help you out and you really just don't want to worry about doing this yourself, give me a call. I'd be glad to help this out for you. Shoot me an email back at this email that I sent you to, and I'd be glad to help you out. Thank you so much for hearing me out, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.